Now, you're going to type in the mass in grams. Remember that, and my numbers are made up, so your numbers will not match mine. But these are the numbers, these are the grams that are the mass of your sample in those little cups. You had 5 cups. So the first cup, mine would have weighed 10 grams, second, 12 grams. Now remember that this has to be in correct significant figures. So if you used the scale that read, that was 2 significant figures, the 2 Flynn scales, I'll show you how to do that. These 2 right here are going to have the same number of significant figures because you use the scale each time. And so when I talk about where to round, you're going to round it depending on which scale. So if I use the Flynn scale that measured down to the 10th of a gram, then I'm going to click on that, go to Format, Number, and down here, I have one that I just made that shows one number past the decimal. And so I can click on that if I have it. Up here, I have one that shows 2 numbers past the decimal. So I can click on there if I was using that really expensive one, the one that weighs to the 100th of a gram. But if you don't have those, you can click on More Formats, Custom Number Format, and you can see down here are some choices, like 2 numbers past the decimal. And if we ever have to put something in significant figures, or scientific notation. But this is what you'll do. If you want 1 number past the decimal, you'll say like number sign, comma, number sign, 0. And if you use the Conair, which measured to the ones place accurately, you would just put the decimal there. Okay, and if you apply it, notice that all these are going to have decimals after it. So it will be correct if you use the Conair. Okay, now let's say that you use the Flynn that had 2 decimals behind it, or 1 decimal behind it. The ones, those 2 that were in the middle, and you had 1 decimal behind it. Again, you can format your number, and if it doesn't show you one of these down here, go to Custom Number Format, and up here, if I add a 0, what it's going to do is make sure that I have 1 past the decimal. Okay, so this means that my scale measured with a 1/10 of a gram accuracy. Okay, and then same thing, if you need to change that to where you were using the expensive scale and you don't have that choice, you can go to Custom Number Format and add another 0 here, and it'll give you the correct accuracy. Now, for total mass, remember we're taking this number. We started out with that first 10 gram, and we put it in there. Notice it's going to be in the correct number of decimals past the digits past the decimal. Now, we want to learn how to use formulas. So from here, we just dumped in number 2, then we dumped in number 3, we dumped in number 4, we dumped in number 5. So what we're doing is we're going to make a formula. So I'm going to put an equal sign there that says how to make that formula. Equals, and then I want this number, and I can click on it, and the cell will come there. But in case you want to type it, that's fine too. We are in C3. So we're taking this number from C3, and we're going to add it to this number